I will not swim the English Channel.
Oh, you could do it. Give you 3 years. You could do it.
But I'm doing the goose fat thing. That sounds fun.
Don't eat a load of goose fat.
So, and on August 30th, 2022, we get to smother you with goose fat.
Yes.
Okay.
That I'm on board with.
I'd like to sign up to participate in this challenge.
Can you? So then I go to parties and go, only 2 kinds of people get smothered in goose fat, me and also everyone else who swam the English Channel. I'll be in the same category without doing all the fucking work.
Can we make it a thing to all return here on that date for the goose fat challenge?
For the goose fat challenge.
Eric, set a reminder.
Wait.
I want food on a stick, Eric.
Food on a stick. After we lube you
Someone
up
get
with
one of those
goose
tamales
fat?
on a stick and feed it to him. One of those
not today. I don't need to prep or train for this. I just on the day I want food on the stick.
What are you gonna wear underneath all the goose fat? Are you gonna wear the little?
What do you mean? Just me, baby. Just me and goose fat. Wear that dancer's belt.
I thought you hate being covered in slime and goo, like from MDB all the time.
But I like being an athlete, so I gotta make compromises somehow.
It's just you stand there being covered in goose fat, and while we're doing it, you say, "I'm an athlete."
That's right.
I'm an athlete.
How do you get that much goose fat? Like, how many geese worth is going to be on your body?
5.
How many geese does it take to cover you?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Maybe 1 goose.
How
much
fat
comes from a goose?
Why not?
No, how much usable fat?
Like square footage.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you might eat some. It'll be. Well, I mean, like when you use a goose, you get all the fat.
When
like,
you
after
use the goose,
well, they don't just make. Do they just kill a goose for
I just
fat
like
and throw
that
the meat away?
I just like that you phrased it as in using a goose. Oh, have you used a goose today?
Well, what do you use chicken for?
You don't say use. That's not the verb.
Some of it is used for food.
Yeah, but you don't use the whole fucking bird.
ASMR.
What do they do with
143 grams of goose
Who measured?
has
grams.
18.1 grams of fat.
You
So
somehow always give information that doesn't ever answer my question.
I have to start
You
somewhere.
didn't say how many
and
lengths the pool was.
But is that just how much fat?
I gave you the thing, and then he said it.
That's
He
like
was
7
wrong.
ounces of goose. What'd you say? 143 grams?
I'm working off of a nutrition label.
Yeah, I was gonna say
here.
that sounds like fat content.
143 grams of goose has 18 grams of fat.
That's like seven. That's like 7 ounces, about somewhere in there.
That's over 10% of the goose is fat.
You get like, let's call it an ounce out of every.
10% body fat.
How
Over
much
10%.
How much does
That's
a
not
goose
bad.
weigh?
That's pretty lean.
That's about 12.5% fat. So let's say you have
I don't buy extra goose fat. We'll figure out a use for it. Just bring enough to lube me up.
it's a 50-pound goose, you get 6.25 pounds. There you go.
That's probably enough for a body.
That's probably enough.
Just look, get a goose
Just gotta
today.
cover him a layer.
Start fattening that bitch up.
I wouldn't know where to start. Like, could I get a goose by the end of the day? Probably not.
In Texas,
Do you live or dead?
One needs to be alive, right?
Well, a dead one, just go to the butcher.
Right.
I could get you a dead goose.
there's farms around. You go get one. Wait, there's
buy
actually
a goose?
So if you want a live
there's,
goose, just go to the butcher, show up early,
There's some geese right over in the park over here.
and go cut it out.
There's some geese in the park over here.
They're public geese. You can't
Okay,
just
well, you
cut one
said
down.
if you had to get a goose by the end of the day, you
Free
didn't know
range.
how, and I know
Free
how.
range
to.
geese.
Dude, I was walking around here the other day. Bloody saw a bloke catch a pigeon.
First of all, what's a pigeon doing in Austin? Were you by the studio or downtown?
There's a bunch of water in Mueller.
What does water have to do with pigeons?
No. There's like a bunch of ducks. And people feeding the ducks, and then a shitload of pigeons coming in. And then
You say I start from nonsense? At least I had a base in the thing we were talking about. You like say something and then go in a totally different direction.
I know when I'm down at the pier and all the fucking pigeons are around squealing at the top of their lungs.
No, I just watched this this Indian man dive on a pigeon. And
Whoa.
he caught it. And I was like,
Why was he diving on it?
I just wanted to hold the pigeon.
You don't have.
Mike Tyson used to train his hand speed by raising pigeons. That's what I heard.
Big.
But
I mean,
he did like a 2020 thing where he's like, he just really quickly just
Have you ever seen a Sebastopol goose?
No.
They look-
Sebastopol?
They look amazing.
Joe?
Oh, that looks like it should
Oh,
be
wow.
sold at West Elm.
I don't know what it is. Let me see.
It looks like a feather duster. Hold on, let me turn the brightness
Looks like
down.
a sheepdog
Too
goose.
fancy. That's a weird looking animal. As long as it's got a lot of fat, that's all we care about. We have to give a big fat goose.
Which is the fattest bird? Penguin, probably. Tons
Maybe.
of fat.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Penguin, yeah.
Penguin's a good call.
Penguin's good.
They got to live in 100-day winter.